generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for all you got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
Coach, these fans have waited for this moment for decades, but playoff football has come to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between our visitors and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
We got this.
Down. 18 Gator. Yeah. General West.
Check 3. Check 26. Check 25.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
That one 28 yards on the ground. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Back to throw. Herbert. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D.
Hey,
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, is working really well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Watch the whip. Big dad.
2nd and 6. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Virgil Green there to make the grab. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mayfield now to Michel on the screen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 6 yards away. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. A give. Eckler running to the right. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
15 line. 61. Max Fox, right.
At the 45-yard line.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike.
Hey, Echo.
Danny.
Go.
Switch. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Go! Rock it!
Tighten up! Check 43!
On the ground, it's Eckler. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go! 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, Tyler. Let's go right here now.
Hey, Foxtrot. Look at me. Zipper.
Let's go,
Go.
To throw on second down. Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Herbert. He finds his target, Fuller. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win.
We got three.
Alpha. Get it.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Go.
Second and 5. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. And Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
It's just me and you. X3. 218. Chop. Kill. Check. Hey. Look at me. Door. Get ready.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Like 22. Yeah. 22's coming. Mike. I'm coming.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. This time the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 20-yard line.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready. 50, plant. Get ready. Go out. Get ready. Yep. He's checking crack.
Here's Eckler. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Squeeze.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Team 6, 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort.
You draw Corker. Hey, Haywood. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Catch it. 6'6", pull it high. Hey, dude. Now.
Kill it, motion me out.
Check. Get it.
Throwing again. Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Back. General West. Hey, Wahoo. Go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, switch gears. Hey, Orbit. Yo, go. Not today, you are. Hit it.
To throw again. Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Check 13. Check 13.
Topper. 22. Coming. Hey, high 7.
Don't let him breathe.
Keep gripping.
Back to throw. Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
That's what whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one now.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Ready?
It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Smith. I'm going to run you over. Check 4, check 4. Check. Fresno. Hard.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch quick.
Going on the ground with Eckler. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On the set. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey. Check it back. Hey, 5. 22's coming, Mike. Go.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play.
Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it.
Bravo. 58 Mike. Hey.
On 4th down, Herbert. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Browns defense stands tall. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Point it right. Hurry.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Great stone, travel.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, echo. Check three. I got it.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
Keep getting those touchdowns.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the gun, Herbert, and he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damiere Byrd, 71 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Seibert on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go, buddy.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Once more, here's Eckler. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
On third down, here's Eckler. And an alley to run. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Joker, Joker. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Delta.
They'll run here with Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd and 11. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, 30 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
It seems like they've been running uphill all game. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Hey, alert!
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mayfield on first down. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 28 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Alpha.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and they end up getting sacked.
Here we go. 30 base.
Let's go. Switch. Hey, alert 3.
On first down, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Eckler. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they will take a knee here. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they take a knee. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Watch out.
1st down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Mike. Hurry. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hurry. 49 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And he'll stop it with a spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Kill. Mike 56. Mike. Alert.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are